We're going to get to the Russell Wilson injury news in just a moment, but first, when news breaks, we are covering it here at the channel, so make sure we are your go-to Broncos news and rumor spot by clicking onto that subscribe button and help us reach 10,000 subscribers here at the channel. Coming up on today's show, the 2-4 Broncos breakdown. We're going to get into the latest Russell Wilson injury news. In fact, we were just about to start filming, and we got another update from Ian Rappaport, so we struck the set, we restarted. Plus, we're going to get to some interesting trade rumors and news and stuff like that trickling out following the debacle of Monday Night Football against the Chargers when the Broncos lost in overtime for a second straight week after having a lead in the game. First thing first, I don't want to spend too much time on this matter, because I think we're just beating a dead horse at this point. Hackett, he's not it, right? George Paton did not make the right hire at head coach. We have 6 weeks of evidence right now. Call it a small sample size, call it a big sample size. I've seen enough to know that when you bring in Russell Wilson and an offensive coach and average 15 points per game, the lowest in the NFL, you're not it. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. So, let's get to the Russell Wilson injury news. Maybe the reason why you clicked on to today's show. So, Andrew Siciliano, he hears everything. If you know, you know. Tweeted out that Tom Pelissero was talking on NFL Network about the Russell Wilson injury. And he said there was a concern pending test today. Russell Wilson plays through pretty much everything, but his health will be worth monitoring again on a short week leading up to Sunday's game against the Jets. And then not long ago, Ian Rappaport tweeted this out. I want to show you guys here. After the MRI, Russell Wilson is considered day-to-day. Source said it's a real injury, and he's in real pain, but he is pushing to play. The Broncos will continue to evaluate his progress on a short week. Can we keep it right here, Patrick, for a moment? What the fuck is that? Honestly, it's a real injury? Is this youth soccer? I have never seen any sort of reporter or journalist confirm it's not fake, it's real. To me, you want to know what I read here? Russell Wilson's agent texted Ian Rappaport, we're going to pay you $5,000 or whatever to make sure everyone knows Russ is not faking it. And it's real, guys. He's hurting right now. I kind of called BS on it last night, and I'm wrong. Clearly, it is a real injury, and he's in real pain. But Russ wants everyone to know he's going to try and push through it and be the superhero that he is. Give me a break, dude. If you're injured, you're injured. Just call it what it is. You don't need to boost your stock right now. Or if this is just all on Ian Rappaport, it's a bizarre thing to tweet out. It's a real injury. That makes it sound like even less of a real injury. Now, Russell Wilson this season, he has been awful. It's not only his fault. The offensive line has been pathetic at times, but Russell Wilson has missed throws. He has not looked like a guy you give up all the picks in the world for and 3 players and $250 million for him to throw 58% completion percentage, 1,400 yards, 5 touchdowns in 6 weeks, and 3 interceptions. So if Russell Wilson cannot play, it's the Boise State product, Brett Rypien. 27 for 42 in his career, 295 yards. You might remember, he is 1-0 against the Jets, so he's got that going for him, but this is a very different Jets team. 2 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. All right, Benjamin Albright, who's very well tapped into the Broncos, tweeting out that I don't know the extent of the injury just yet, referring to Russell Wilson. I have here, or I think he was saying, I have heard they are going to get Rypien extra reps this week. To me, it sounds like they're going to have a plan for worst case scenario, and if not, Russell Wilson can go out there, although Russell Wilson needs all the practice he can get. He's not at the level right now where he can take a full week off and walk in on Sunday against a Jets defense that just beat the crap out of Aaron Rodgers on the road last week, and Russ will be okay. So here's the big question I want to ask you guys here. Be honest too, please. Would you rather have a healthy Brett Rypien or an injured Russell Wilson? Type the jersey number for the QB you'd rather see play on Sunday. Banged up Russ or healthy Rippon. When I heard about the injury news late last night and then into today as well, I figured, oh my goodness, this is a disaster. This is awful. But can it get worse? I mean, Russell Wilson threw 15 yards in the second half. I don't think Rippon can do much worse than that. So maybe a change is for the better, because right now, the status quo, not working here. Some other injury news really quickly to get to. This was a big-time bummer. Tom Pelissero tweeting out that Aaron Patrick, who grabbed his knee after this awkward sideline collision Monday night, suffered a torn ACL and is out for the season. Remember late in the game when Aaron Patrick kind of collided with some people standing on the sideline? He was down for a while and they continued to play because he was off the field. Well, the special teamer is done for the year. Big bummer. This is a guy who's worked super hard to get a spot on this roster. He is a big special team influencer, and unfortunately the Broncos are down another player. Another injury, another player going to IR. Now, let's switch gears here and let's talk about some trade rumors, because everyone's asking, what is Melvin Gordon's future in Denver looking like? The Broncos benched Flash after the first quarter. He only had 3 carries for 8 yards, and Latavius Murray is the running back one for this team, right? It's Murray, it's Mike Boone, it's 50 feet of crap, and then it's Melvin Gordon in Nathaniel Hackett's eyes. And Melvin Gordon, not too happy with the new arrangement. And if you think about it, it's kind of bizarre that Hackett was like, yeah, Melvin Gordon can split carries with Javonte Williams, but no, not poaching any carries from Latavius Murray. Make it make sense. That doesn't make sense to me. Why can he have carries from Javonte Williams, but he can't split carries with Latavius Murray? I think the overall answer is he shouldn't have carries from either running back. But for whatever reason, the Broncos were glued to him to start the season. All right, Bridget Condon, who covers the NFL, tweeting out, Melvin Gordon had 3 carries for 8 yards tonight. They all came in the first quarter. Then Bridget did a nice little interview with Melvin Gordon, and this quote came out of it. It was a close game. I feel like I could have helped make a difference, but apparently not. Yikes. Right there, that's not what you want to see from your player, right? Kind of just calling out the coach, saying that they screwed up. But to me, it seems like the relationship is fractured, and Melvin Gordon might as well just get cut if they can't find a trade partner. And then after the game, Gordon hopped on Twitter and liked a bunch of tweets that aren't what you want to see liked. Melvin Gordon, let me read some of these to you in case they're kind of hard to read here. First one coming up right now. Here, let me get them in front of me right now. So Melvin Gordon liking this tweet saying, Melvin Gordon needs to request a trade tomorrow. The utter respect. Melvin Gordon for Cam Akers. Straight up. Charles Woodson tweeting out, damn, what did Melvin Gordon do to get no burn? And then the next one here, as somebody who has loudly stood up for Melvin Gordon over and over again, cut that MFer tomorrow. Broncos coaching staff seems about done with Melvin Gordon from Zach, Mike Clay, too soon to propose a Melvin Gordon for Cam Akers trade. You get the gist here. Melvin Gordon looks like he's done in Denver. And it looks like Cam Akers is done with the Rams. And like a lot of people did, they started connecting some dots. Why don't these two teams swap running backs if they both hate their current arrangement, right? What's the movie where they swap wives or they swap husbands? This is definitely a show from the 70s, and I'm not going to remember it, but someone's going to get in the comment section. That's what's going on right now. Now, the Rams are done with Cam Akers. They did not play him in Week 6. They are looking for trade partners. They want to move on from the former Florida State Seminole. So could we see a swap here? When you look at their stats head-to-head, here's one thing that jumps out to you. They both kind of suck. If you want to make a trade, by all means, make a trade. But if you think it's going to result in a big influence on either side, you're going to be disappointed. I don't see Melvin Gordon going into LA and turning everything around. And I don't see Cam Akers coming to Denver and finding what the Rams were looking for in a top pick they had not long ago. So sure, make the trade. I hate to sound so negative right now, but I'm not going to start jumping up and down and doing cartwheels for a Melvin Gordon Cam Akers trade where both running backs are just going to suck in a different uniform in a different city most likely. Now, we're going to get to more trade talk in just a second here, but BetUS, guys, if you want to make some money on the NFL right now, make all of your picks over at chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Broncos125. I'm not going to even show you the odds for Broncos Jets. That's too mean. I do like this Thursday night matchup, though, between the Saints and the Cardinals. The Saints, if they don't have Jameis, they're bad and they're boring. With Jameis, they're okay and they're exciting. But I like the Cardinals, -1. I think Kyler Murray will bounce back at home. -1, that's not asking for a whole lot for a better quarterback to beat Andy Dalton or Jameis Winston on a short week. So I'm going to ride with the Cardinals. Ride with me at chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Broncos125. All right, final trade nugget here. Christian McCaffrey. This was a name I saw all over Twitter during the loss last night of the Broncos got to go get CMC. They got to make it happen. Are the Broncos legit contenders in the Christian McCaffrey sweepstakes? First things first, here are the odds from Vegas, who always know. By the way, Vegas yesterday had a boosted odds for Justin Herbert to not throw a touchdown pass, which he has only not done once in his career, and they called it last night. Pretty crazy stuff. But the Broncos are 10-1 to land Christian McCaffrey. That's good for 6th best in the NFL. I've got some issues with this trade idea. Number one, okay, the Broncos don't have the picks. The Panthers are reportedly asking for first-round picks, something Denver does not have this year. And I don't think George Paton wants to go 3 straight years without a first-rounder. They only have 5 picks in the 2023 draft. They are looking to acquire more picks, not unload 20, 40, 60% of their remaining assets. So that's my issue number one. Even if they wanted to get him, they don't have the means to do it. But let's say the Panthers just desperately want to send McCaffrey back home to Denver. What about Javonte Williams? Right? He's going to return, I'll guess, next October 2023. Miss most of this year, probably about half of next season. So you're going to have Christian McCaffrey for what? Almost a little over a half of this remaining season. It's already week 7 right now. And then the first half of next year, when Javonte Williams returns, I'm not acting like Williams will come back and take his starting job back, but do you really need to get Christian McCaffrey to mend the bridge until Williams can return mid-year next year? Don't you think those draft picks could be better used elsewhere? It's not like Christian McCaffrey is one big, hairy winning machine. The Panthers have him right now, and they still suck. So why would it be any different in the result category if he's lining up and suiting up in orange and blue? Right? You're just going to give away a whole bunch of picks, and he's going to have the same stats he has, and the Broncos are still going to lose. I hate to sound so pessimistic, but I don't get the logic behind this. And then the final thing, you just paid Russell Wilson $245 million. You really want to do that and turn around and go get a big-time running back when you already have one so you can just run the football more? When you pay someone $245 million, that is a contract that the owners really have to sign off on. So if the owners are going to sign off on that, they are not going to let George Paton go ahead and trade more picks that the Broncos basically don't have to go get a running back so that their star expensive quarterback can just hand it off. No, the Waltons are not going to agree on this. They're not going to sign off on Christian McCaffrey coming to Denver so that Russell Wilson can be a $245 million QB who just dumps it off on screens to McCaffrey or hands it off to Javonte Williams. Right? They want to pay that guy, Russell Wilson, to throw the football down the field, not to just hand it off a bunch. But I've given my TED Talk. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Should the Broncos trade for Christian McCaffrey? T for trade or P for pass? I got something in my eye. Let me know what you're thinking down below in the comment section. Well, this thing is not going to come out. All right, I don't even have contacts in. Regardless, I don't wear contacts. I got to look like this. I look like a freak right now. Hit that big red button. Subscribe. Send it to a friend. Are you pissed off like I am right now? I realize I came in pretty hot. Patrick, was I hot today? I've got the meme of the big orange head. Last night sucked. It did. And there's more primetime games coming. Get ready for 7:30 in the morning against the Jags in London. Oh boy, here we go. Gonna sign off. Gonna let you guys salvage the rest of your week. We will regroup tomorrow. Oh, by the way, before I forget, if you joined us during our watch party yesterday, really, little whisper here, boss hasn't noticed I took that little Corona thing. You know what I'm talking about? If you know, you know. All right, gonna get you guys out of here. Go Broncos.